My name is Matthew Martin, and I am the creator and one of the owners of Black Lodge, which is a massive entertainment complex that spans everything from movie theater screenings to club nights to band nights to burlesque shows to stand-up comedy, everything else. Originally, back in 1999, when we're trying to figure out where to put Lodge, Memphis was far more segmented than it is now. There was downtown, there was midtown, and there was East Memphis, and none shall the twain meet. And so we had to ask ourselves, where is the population base that's most likely going to be interested in what we do? Midtown, though, was that exact mix of college young people, hip art people, people that would be into what we offer. And finally ended up acquiring a building that we would be in for quite a while back in which had been summer of 2000. Quite quickly, to our surprise, it took off. It got very big. And at the same time, we started throwing parties, shows, screenings inside the video store itself. And these started to get enormous. Black Lodge did very well as just a video store for many years, from when we opened there till 2008 or 9. But right around that time is when, the internet by then has reached that point where streaming services are beginning. If you were to take all the streaming services on Earth, including Amazon Prime, and put all of them in one big pile together, that's about the same number I have here. Just over 34,000 individual movies. We thought to ourselves, perhaps we should consider building a bigger place that not only had the movie store, had the movie collection for people to rent, but also had other things one could do. It took a little bit of time to find this building. And of course, when we did, it was damn near condemned. I mean, it was destroyed and had to be completely rebuilt. Thankfully, it was the right choice because as we expected, our parties and our shows just kept getting bigger, even as the number of people that rent movies had shrunk. One of the things we wanted to do with Lodge that is not done as often in other clubs and venues is focus more on the local. We wanted this to be a place for local musicians, local filmmakers, local party makers to have a place to do their thing. And this is a really creative town. This is a place known for creating music, for 100 years, 150 years at this point. And cinema has been pretty strong here too. So I think that's one of the things that's made us unique is that we tend to focus on a lot of local programming. We try to give those people that throw club night dance parties or have shot their own movie and just want somewhere to screen it and get it seen. And we're very proud of that. We're very proud that we've been able to offer our community a place for that. Now, to this day, there's still a lot of people that rent movies, mainly because most movies in history aren't streaming anywhere. And so if your tastes run outside of the new or out of the, the basic, we're kind of their last resort to find interesting stuff of that nature. We could argue that a good 60 to 70% of all the movies in the collection this is it. We're one of the last places in America you could get this, or the internet, at least legally. Sure, there's lots of back ways on the internet to find rare cinema, but your average person doesn't really know how to get to those that easily, at least without, destroying their own computer with viruses. For somebody who's had to spend a lifetime being, quote, an expert in cinema, I certainly have spent a great deal of time watching movies. You go through periods where you burn out, or I'm tired of that, or, dating somebody and they take priority, that kind of thing. If you make it all you do, you'll burn out. And worse than burning out, you'll grow bored. Even great things of art, if you've done so much, you can get to a point where you're like, I'm kind of tired. I want to do something different. So yeah, there's certainly been periods where that was the case, but you sometimes have to give yourself a breather, do something else for a bit. And also when we come back to those things, they're all the more exciting again. There's stuff to catch up on. I didn't get to see this yet. Oh, wow, this is coming out, and it sparks our imagination and our interest in it again. Like anything, anybody creates anything, whether it's an art or a business. Your hope is that it outlives you or outlasts you. that you're able to walk away or die and it goes on without you. One of the things about my life has been like, can I get people connected to interesting cinema they never could find that might change their lives the way it changed mine? Art exists the same way philosophy does. It is one of the ways by which we try to find meaning and enrichment in our existence, in an existence that's increasingly hostile. This is probably inevitable for the human race, but as long as we can produce art where we can talk about our lives, we might have a hope in changing things.